Welcome back, everybody, to the SSL Season 1 2017 Premier Finals between INnoVation and Solar. It started off pretty even, trading wins back and forth, Solar and INnoVation, but then INnoVation winning 3 in a row now. We're standing here at 3-1.
That's right. You know, it felt like with Solar taking that first smash win on Frost, it was well prepared, and it feels like Solar prepared for INnoVation's style on each and every map, and that's what we got on Frost. But going into maps 2, 3, and 4, that's when INnoVation showed us the opposite of what he normally shows on those maps, and it feels like Solar is a little bit tripped up by this. You could feel his nerves when he attacked him with the speedlings there, an attack that would never work on those bunkers. Still committed to it there. Didn't have very many options available with that many Marines. Trying to hold on to get the Raptor tech would have been difficult as well. But INnoVation now on match point.
Well, here we go, guys. We'll see if Solar can hold on, or will INnoVation close it out as we jump into Whirlwind for game number 5.
(2017) 시즌 1 결승전.
Here we go, on to Whirlwind for game number 5. Down in the bottom left, the blue Terran, he's on a roll. 3 in a row, it's INnoVation.
His opponent to the bottom right in purple, it is Solar. In terms of the map draft, both of these players putting it towards the mid to bottom tier, 5th and 4th, in fact, for INnoVation and Solar respectively. So definitely not a map they were super reliant on in terms of the picks. And in terms of map selection in the draft, it was twice as often prioritized by Solar, but that's because this map is considered to be really good for Zerg, often in the Zerg versus Protoss matchups specifically. So, you know, when you look at those numbers, you look at those stats, I feel like this map is somewhat insignificant compared to the other maps we've really seen early on in this best of 7 based on maps and player styles. But the one big thing to note on this map in terms of how INnoVation has been aggressive in his Terran versus Zerg matchups in the GSL, in the SSL throughout the entire season, is that the longer rush distance is going to be a problem oftentimes. But in this case, they are spawning horizontally there at the bottom, so that's going to give a faster, a closer approach time for INnoVation to put on that very pressure.
And I believe the 2 people we just had on camera are Genair executives. I remember, oh, it's SpoTV Games, actually, and Genair.
Together,
all right,
together, watching the beautiful tournament they've built together that we commentate the Korean competition.
Together.
That's right, we're all together on this, the fans.
One happy SpoTV family and Genair joining together to make a great product.
That's right.
Been a fun season so far. New light of the swarm.
New light of the swarm.
Go Solar as he's drinking a coffee on the beach.
You gotta drink a coffee on the beach. What do you gotta do? You keep your energy up. So beach isn't enough to bring your energy up. So it is going to be the fast triple CC after the gas first coming out from INnoVation. So no variation on the build, but we'll have the third CC and the fast factory here. Obviously very difficult to hold on to that third CC on this map based on the distance between these 2 bases. Solar could do another very heavy Baneling Ling attack to try to smash that third base with Hydras as well. Something similar to what we saw in Frost. Absolutely a possibility here coming out from Solar once he assesses the situation. And also it depends on if INnoVation has committed heavily to the siege tanks or the Widow Mines. So far it's been Tank City for INnoVation. He's been tanks, and then some more tanks.
Might as well switch game to World of Tanks at this point. He's trying to channel it here in his series against Solar. And seeing the location of those buildings, it's been working out for him so far. Looks like perhaps INnoVation wants to go back into those cloaked Banshees. Solar definitely having trouble with it, even though he goes triple Spore. Makes a bunch of Queens. He still can't seem to snipe the Banshees. They always get a nice bit of damage done, even when Solar does get the Scout. So I do like the fact that INnoVation is continuing on this build.
Absolutely. Now, interestingly enough, despite seeing this with the slow Overlord, because he got the lucky Scout on his second Overlord going across, he doesn't cancel Overlord speed. It's going to finish in 10 seconds here, so we will have that for the follow-up. but it looks like this may, in fact, be a fake by INnoVation. He's getting a medevac right now. The Cloak is researching because it was shown to the Overlord. We could very well see a cancel. That's why the Overlord speed is actually going to be handy in this case, because it's going to come over to verify that it's a Banshee. When the medevac pops out, he'll know exactly what's up. So that Overlord speed, despite being an expensive upgrade to have this early on into the game, is going to be so valuable. But it goes 2 layers deep. He goes beyond how metagame he's being right now. He goes into, this is some real Inception stuff here. Medevac comes out first, continues the Cloak, and follows up with a Banshee for real. The Overlord is still watching everything,
for reals. INnoVation playing some 4D StarCraft here, perhaps. And look at that drop. It sneaks in. I thought he was going to go into the main, me and everyone else, it seems, but just going to get a couple of drones
he
here.
He just keeps sending drones over. He's like, I guess I'll just keep dropping the Hellions out here. Going to hit the main base now. The Queens are in position, at least one of them, as the Lings come over now. To find an angle on these drones. Oh my god, they're all stacked up. Good split at the last second by Solar, but it doesn't matter. He's still going to lose a lot more. 8 in total.
And he saves 2 of the Hellions, too.
Don't forget, the Banshee follow-up is still coming. He's got a Banshee out already. A second one is coming. They have Cloak.
There's 1 Spore. The lair is not on time.
I do so much more damage at the third base.
He's totally misread this build. I think Solar, in a way, has kind of fallen apart here in this series.
Oh man, this base under attack now. More Hellions coming across. Almost every single drone dies. 2 do escape. One's forced to Spore cancel. Lings will finally clean this up, but Banshee's in here now.
There's no detection.
He's not going to cancel that Spore, I suppose, given the situation, but the Overseer is just now going to morph.
Wow. What a game here to end out the series. This is not what I was expecting, Wolf, but perhaps exactly what you were expecting, as INnoVation so far ahead in this game after getting 15 drone kills and not really losing all that much.
The game isn't over by any means, but Solar is now forced to spend all of his larva redroning. And the key factor here is the 9 o'clock expansion coming up for INnoVation. That exposed base we talked about is actually far away the way he's chosen to build it here, not the closer one to Solar. It's far away from his natural, but it's further away from Solar. Solar can't put that pressure that we talked about on at this stage in the game because he's spent all of his larva, all of his money right now. He's making 13 drones because of the drone deficit he had early on in this game, which allows INnoVation that free base. And mind you, he is continuing to attack with these. He's trying to find more damage as Cyclones are being built at home. The transition is mech.
It's going to be mech, and as you said before, he's not done with the Banshees. It doesn't even look like there's a Spore in the main. Actually, there is, but really good micro there from INnoVation to take out the Queen and 6 more drones.
Feels very similar to the Overgrowth game, but the Banshee control is superb. Yeah, I mean, this is just dirty. The Thor drop follow-up is coming too. 2 Thors on the way. He does have Cyclones as well. Not entirely sure what he's planning on doing with those, but the Thor follow-up here could be devastating. And yet again, we see the Roach transition. We see the Hydralisk end coming up. But it begs the question, is it all just a little bit too late? Look at the army supplies, 46 to 42 with mech. He's doubling the Zerg's army supply with mech units. He has the third base up for free. No pressure whatsoever. Those drone kills bought so much space for INnoVation now, and he is massively ahead. It's going to take a miracle to come back here for Solar.
And you can see that that's exactly what Solar is trying to do. He is trying to take that greed miracle and say, hey, I hope you mess up your attack. I hope you mess up your follow-up harassment. I mean, Solar can't even get a 4th base at this time. INnoVation is denying both locations at this point. So really he's just saying, please don't attack me. Give me 5 minutes to come back in this game, but INnoVation won't do that.
And honestly, against mech normally, you can make this happen because it's so difficult for a mech player to put pressure on. He kind of sits back, turtles on that third base. But with this variation by INnoVation to actually attack with Thor drops, you're not safe anymore just sitting back and droning, because the Thors will kill every last drone. They'll kill your tech. The Spore Crawler here actually doing some serious work. Hydra's in position. This Thor drop not going to be as successful as the one we saw on Overgrowth, but he saves almost both. Barely does not get away. That was a close call.
Very close, and a nice win there for Solar. He pulled his drones, but he got the units in position and killed 1 medevac and a Thor. He's going to need a lot more repeat happenings of stuff like that in order to come back in this one.
But he's left now with the Hive Tech. His upgrades are finishing. He cleared up one of the Banshees. The other one's with that very low 5 health, just as we saw before. Looking to try to grab some Hellions too. Solar is not stabilized yet, but he's taken one big step. Not a leap, not a bound, but one step back towards getting
He's
this
crawling.
game closer.
He was on the ground. INnoVation was ready to take him out, and Solar, he's fending him off for just a bit longer. He's crawling back into this game.
He had upwards of nearly 90 drones there for a little while, and now he's, of course, down quite significantly because he made a lot of structures, but Hellions going to run by here looking for a few more drones. Still a good trade here for INnoVation, but it feels like Solar is somewhat out of the woods now. He has his Hive Tech finished, he's getting his 2-2 upgrades, and there's nothing more that INnoVation can do to attack him anymore. It's going to be that slow late game mech that's coming up. Solar's taking that 4th base. The Hellion Harass is annoying, and it's all INnoVation can put on, but the Hellion Harass isn't going to break Solar's back. It's not going to kill him. So now finally, with Hive complete, we have the Vipers coming out, and Solar does stand a fighting chance. It looked like things might be over. It looked like perhaps INnoVation just runs away with that Thor drop again. But the Spore Crawler placement, the Hydra's coming over, these things help Solar defend that next step. So again, INnoVation's still significantly ahead, but not as ahead as he once was.
Yeah, I really like Solar's tenacity to come back into this one. INnoVation coming back in here, though, into the natural. And he can always expend all of these Hellions. He's fine to do that. Gets 10 more drone kills because he's just keeping Solar's economy really low. He keeps him from really building up a bank that you need. Keeps him from feeling safe enough to take a 5th base to get all those bases that you need against mech. And INnoVation sitting here, he's going to get his 4th CC over here, can make that into a planetary if he so wants to. And as you said before, I mean, Solar, he's held on for the late game. It's not the best position, but he has made it here. And this is going to be only the 2nd game that he's made it here. And the other time, the first time that he did, he won that game on Frost. So this is what I was talking about. I really favor Solar when he can get into these situations. But after taking that early deficit, we'll see how he can fight his way back in the late game. It's
going to be a long, hard road, you know, and with his lack of defense on his bases, we even see the Infernal Pre-Igniter upgrade coming out to be done in 5. That's going to make the Hellion Harass a lot stronger, but it's actually going to be an aggressive push here for INnoVation as he's maxed out now. Only 10 army supply ahead, but again, quality of units, something I always like to stress, is higher for INnoVation. And he's already got this good sieged up position, and the Vikings are denying the Vipers those amazing blinding clouds that he needs to actually push in. One Viper already sniped. The positional advantage massively in favor of INnoVation. Solar still willing to attack in only one blinding cloud. It feels like a suicidal attack here.
There's way too many tanks protected on the high ground. I mean, there's not much and many other units to really protect them, but there's no way for Solar to go up that choke in there. Do you have 6 drop overlords? Maybe he's looking to drop on the tank, but look at all the Vikings.
Late,
there are 9
like.
Vikings in the sky. How is he even going to get there?
He's going to start getting supply blocks shortly if he doesn't move these drop overlords back. Resources invested into those overlords that will have no returns. As Solar's suicidal attack didn't do anything for him, and now his natural's under attack. Scans going down. There's very little creep. He only has a few Hydras left. 23 Hydras, 15 Roaches. Is that going to be how he wins this game? More Vipers popping out, trying to consume, but the Vikings are camping the hatcheries, preventing those Vipers from getting the critical energy. They're all sniped. They're all gone.
Yeah, they both got sniped in the main, and the Observer did miss that, but that's really, really important. He needed them, and here we go.
It.
The last desperate attempt by Solar.
It's not going to be enough. He's trying. The Manor Mule comes down. That is it. Look at Solar's base. He knows he's defeated. And the SSL curse continues. No back-to-back championship for this player. That is going to be it. He looks to type out.
He's waiting.
He pauses.
Knows it's over. GG
and congratulations.
INnoVation with the 4-1 victory. There you have it, our new champion here for SSL Season 1 Premier of 2017. Correctly predicted his final score as well.
And so did I. I said it, 4-1 was going to be the way. Didn't know it was going to be such dominant games, though, out of INnoVation. Phil definitely got into Solar's head early on in the series and just continued to take that momentum forward each and every game, bringing the mech style in twice, using that Thor drop follow-up really, really strong. And you could tell, as soon as I saw the Ling choice of attack to try to bust out on Newkirk, you could feel the pressure mounted on Solar in that last game. Had that desperate attack, the Vikings sniping his Vipers, so he couldn't actually get the blinding clouds he was looking for. And Solar, he came in with massive confidence, looking to be, he had such a great best of 7 last time where he had the cheese in Game 7. He defeated Dark. He's the defending champion. Came in with a massive amount of confidence in the interview. He said, I'm not nervous today. All that matters is this best of 7. But That fact is still true. It's just that INnoVation is the one who now will lift the trophy.
The second champion of today. First it was effort for Brood War, and then we have INnoVation coming here, the Terran. He picked up, I think, 5 or 6 different achievements. Doesn't really matter. This guy definitely deserves the victory.
Now the only ever winner of a TVZ finals here in SSL as well. It's our first TVZ finals, and INnoVation is successful in winning it.
So we're going to have an interview with our champion for StarCraft 2, and we'll see what he does have to say about his victory. Finally, an SSL championship for you, INnoVation. How do you feel?
그냥 또 우승 하나 더 쌓았다는 그런 느낌이라 되게 좋네요.
일단 뭔가
He says, I feel happy. That's another title for me.
약간 표정 변화도 없고 그런 거 아닌가요? 너무 좀 간절하지 않은 건가요?
INnoVation, he looks so cold-hearted after the victory. Not many emotions on your face.
타릭으로 따져봤을 때는
Said, oh, I was just feeling a bit desperate for this one.
시즌 1, 시즌 2는 챌린지에서 탈락을 했고 시즌 3는 8강 탈락 2016년 시즌 1에는 16강 탈락 시즌 2는 오프 예선을 탈락했습니다. 정말 뭐 나오면은 스타리그하고는 아예 안 맞았어요.
대진이 좀
Round of 8 eliminations, round of 16 eliminations, and Star League in the past. So you've been unlucky, but finally you get all the way through.
바로 갈 수 있었던 게 좀 컸던 것 같아요.
약간 프로리그 방식과 접목한
So far, I haven't been lucky in Star League, in SSL, but I really loved the format this time. I feel like it was very beneficial for me. I knew I was going to go to Premier and do quite well.
올라와서 제가 또 저그전을 잘 하다 보니까 우승으로 이어진 것 같아요.
이런 얘기들이 약간 좀 불만이 있는 그런 팬들도
And
있습니다.
again, he felt very confident because of the format.
다 때려잡는데
He felt like he could easily make it into the finals.
운이 좋았다.
And when he saw that it was a TVZ, he felt very confident there.
결승에서는 제가 그 반짝이를 잘했다고 생각을 해서 이긴 것 같고 1세트
So, to take a look back at the series, INnoVation says,
2세트 이기고
I really had a good setup. My preparation was good. And I feel like everything that I planned, everything I prepared worked out. And it was, again, just the story of INnoVation always. If everything goes according to plan, he looks to be one of the best players in the world.
그 일단 전략 얘기를 안 할 수가 없는 게 이런 판짜기가
So even in Game 5, he had planned to go for Bio on Whirlwind, but with Solar struggling so much against the mech play, specifically the Hellions, he decided that he was going to stick with the mech strategy on Whirlwind despite it being a weaker map for mech. Still able to take the win.
미리미리 그냥 강민수를 상대하기 위해서 애초부터 준비한 판짜기였나요?
So,
평소에는 게임 생각
did you really plan everything from the mech to the proxy racks into the bunkers? Was this your plan from the beginning, or was it more of a on-the-fly freestyle?
머리를 굴리니까 나오더라고요.
I'm specifically interested in his answer on Newkirk.
그냥 이렇게
조합해서
좀 끌어다가 이렇게 잘 섞어가지고 했는데
He said he prepared this and it was all planned because this is the finals. So he wanted to prepare specific strategies for specific maps because this is the finals. He didn't want to play standard like he played all season long, all of SSL in the round robin and then the GSL.
프로리가 끝나고 나서 이제 팀이 해체를 했습니다. 그리고 지금은 팀이 없어요.
Since I'm such an orthodox, by the book player, when I kind of go off the path, off the meta, and do something unusual, my opponents struggle against that.
영우가 도와줬어요.
도와주면서 무조건 너는 우승할 것이다. 뭐 이런
So
얘기.
he's thanking his practice partners, who are in this case Sue and Dark. Dark, of course, an SSL two-time finalist and an SSL champion.
네.
Sue, a runner-up of many tournaments.
하지는 않았는데 그냥 이렇게
Rip.
좀
Poor guy.
잘 전략을 잘 선택한 것 같아요.
그래서 그런지 생각대로 말한 대로 4대 스코어가 나왔습니다.
Honestly, he says, I didn't practice as much as I would have liked, but I think that it was really my choice of strategy, my tactics, that were what won me this finals.
분들도 많이 그 친척분들도 지금 와 계시거든요.
네.
네, 우리 정말 그 매번 우승을 하긴 하지만
So a lot of your family came to watch INnoVation.
우리 가족들에게 한 말씀 부탁드립니다.
Anything you'd like to say to your family and for their support?
짧습니다. 더 이상 무슨 말이 필요하겠습니까?
He just says thanks for always cheering for me, always supporting me.
아직 많은 대회에서 우승을 하긴 했지만 아직 우승하지 못한 대회가 있어요.
아, 예.
네, 물론 시간은 좀 남았지만
So INnoVation,
블리즈컨이 있습니다.
you have won so many tournaments. You've got so many titles, but there's one that is always eluded you, and that is BlizzCon.
있잖아요.
And INnoVation to that says,
스타리그도 포인트.
I got eliminated from GSL, so to be honest, I don't know how many WCS points I have.
어마어마한 포인트가 있습니다.
And then I didn't catch what he said there afterwards.
맞춰야 될것 같은데요. 네,
Well, the caster actually told him, well, you still got season 2.
상금 포인트보다
And he said, how many points does that have?
이신영 선수입니다.
A lot is the answer.
경기의
Cheer from the crowd there.
오늘 4대2 완벽한 스코어가 나올 수 있지 않았을까라는 좀 생각이 듭니다. 다시 한번 오늘의 우승자인 이신영 선수에게
So, once more, congratulations for INnoVation. The crowd will cheer once more as this season comes to an end. Premier and Classic together, 2 finals on one evening. And we are going to have our award ceremony soon. I could probably bring this guy over here, our faster caster
We
buddy.
got another one in here, and thankfully, I want to shout out to both of you guys. We have 2 casters here on the desk that did get their predictions right.
Yeah.
Rapid did get the classic one correct.
Wait, who got their predictions wrong, Brendan?
I'm not sure, but it was one of us. I don't really
Thinking
know.
emoji.
But definitely, the both of you got your predictions right. I feel like I've been pretty solid with those, but tonight I took a risk, did not pay off. Sometimes that's what happens.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I was even considering the 4-0 INnoVation prediction with a 4-1 in the end, and just came true. Obviously, I'm not some magician or anything like that. INnoVation was definitely the favorite going into this series, but I was hoping Solar was going to show us a little bit more fire, but definitely INnoVation, the strategies that he prepared, as he said in his interview, were really what led to his victory, just playing unorthodox, playing against the grain, playing against what he's shown us for so many round-robin games, so many TVZs, even in the GSL. What do you think of the finals, Reed?
You know, I was really excited for the Brood War finals because I didn't know what to expect, but I think it just really sort of showcases the SSL legacy coming back, starting something brand new all over again, and I don't know if that sentence made sense, but for to see another SSL in the books after the tournament sort of went away there for a while, it's just really exciting to see everything coming back. So it's a bunch of new formats, some achievements coming in there. It's a blast to cast a little bit more of a light-hearted SSL challenger with you, Brendan.
Yep.
So just a lot of really cool things happening this season.
Absolutely, and remember, of course, it's going to be another season going up after this, and with the release of Remaster coming up, that's going to be very exciting to watch. Brood War HD, as it was called for so long before its name was actually unveiled there at the end, but looking very much forward to the release of that. Very much excited and checking and refreshing every news site every day to see when that's going to be announced because I really want to play it. Probably going to stream that myself as well. So obviously everyone's getting ready for the awards ceremony. That's why we're here. So we're going to have the flowers, the checks. INnoVation can look angry as he peers over
confetti.
the flowers.
I love that picture.
It's such a
You gotta
good picture.
post that one on Twitter.
I might, man. It's worth it. I'm sure people already have. As INnoVation is just the emotionless, the powerful.
I don't know if you saw his family like sitting in the audience, but they went down the row, and it's like every single one of his family members like is also kind of that same way. So I don't know if it just runs in the family. Maybe they're all good at Brood War and StarCraft 2 too. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure like even the youngest of the family and the grandmother was sitting there going, "Yeah, I don't know if we should have done the Ling attack to get out of the bunker." It was like.
INnoVation's grandma is like 300 APM, and you're just like, oh.
INnoVation's grandma's like, I don't know, man. He's like so good. He should definitely go mech on Whirlwind again for sure. Liking the Banshees. Grandma's like, oh my God, Banshee control.
That would actually be really cool, INnoVation spreading the knowledge of StarCraft to his family in some way. In many ways, a lot of those people wouldn't be involved, but because INnoVation is such a StarCraft star, well, I guess a lot more people were brought into the StarCraft family.
So I see a bunch of fans over there trying to get ready to go over and take those trophy kiss photos. Unfortunate for Free, you know, he really wanted that trophy kiss. That was something he was talking about. He's been seeking for so long that, you know, perhaps he'll never have. But INnoVation, man, it's just another one of his trophy kisses. Another trophy on the shelf, another bouquet of flowers. And we're going to go over to that stage here. Of course, we will have Fastlane coming up on the 19th and the 22nd. That's my birthday, 22nd. We have some
Aww.
promotions
Just for
Birthday
you.
Fastlane.
Birthday Fastlane, man. So we'll
Bill's
see how that
birthday.
goes. But that will obviously determine the players for Season 2 of SSL Premier. For Classic, of course, the format for that hasn't yet been announced, but look forward to the future. We've got a little bit of insights ourselves, but we can't tell you. But Season 2 is going to be good. All right.
So here we go. We're going to do the trophy ceremony with INnoVation now. And after that, we will have the awards ceremony. So definitely stay around for that, guys.
All right, guys. Well, it's been a great season of SSL. We're going to have awards here, and we're going to close out the season. It's been great for Classic and Premier. But now it's time to give INnoVation some time alone with the trophy. Final words, co-casters?
I want to shout out SSL Challenge too. That was a lot of fun that we did that there, Rapid.
You know, SSL is coming back for another season of all three SSL Classic, Premier, and Challenge. So if you guys didn't get a chance to check out SSL this season, just so many amazing memories. So he's going to give INnoVation his time to shine here as probably one of the most significant memory of them all.
All right, guys. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next season. Hope you enjoyed the grand finals. From myself,